Hi ladies, I am here today and doing a video on a shabby Santa bag. Um, my friend Vanessa requested that I make one of these because she does not have a monitor at the moment to do any videos, and she really wanted this to, be done. So I told her I would be happy to do it. Now, I want to tell on myself because I started doing this yesterday and I made one, and oh, it was horrendous. I totally ripped that thing apart and said, no, this is not going to work. So, just to let you know, we all do it. We mess them up, and then we have to start all over again. So, this is the second try for this little Santa sack. Seems so simple, but I messed it up. So, there, I told on myself. So, what I've done is I had this doily. Um, that I don't know where I got it from. And I thought, you know what? This would make a cute little sack. So what I did is took another piece of fabric, and as you can see, I sort of did a coffee tie-dye on the fabric. I kind of scrunched it up and just squished it in the coffee and let it dry because I wanted it to have that really aged look. I also coffee dyed the doily because, and as you can see, it took darker in some places than it did in the others, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So what I did was to take a piece of fabric. I'm not even sure what this fabric was. It's a cotton blend of some sort. And I cut a circle. And I happened to have just the right size embroidery hoop that allowed me to cut the fabric out because I wanted these to be like a ruffle. So I cut it out a little bit bigger and then just turned it over because I wanted to make a casing to put the drawstrings through. And this is just some, oh, let's see, what is this? 3/8 inch cotton, like a crochet trim that I had in my stash. So I just, cut off a length of this. I coffee dyed it and then used a safety pin um, to weave it through this casing. And the casing I did by simply, tucking under this, like a, I don't know, I guess it's like a, well, it'd have to be almost a 1/2 inch because that's 3/8 seam allowance around here. Oops. And then I sewed it right on this edge and then right underneath it about 1/2 inch over. And then used a safety pin, just like the old-fashioned way, and just weave this lace trim in the casing so that it will make a drawstring. So that's how I created the base for this. Now, what I want to do is further embellish it a little bit because um, it needs a little something something, don't you think? I think it does. So I've pulled out some scraps, and you really don't need much more than scraps for this. Um, I have some of this trim left that is available at Creating with Details that I thought might be kind of pretty on here. Since this is going to be the front, I also pulled out, what did I do with them? Oh, here they are. I have some bells that I am going to attach here on the front. Okay, somewhere in there. Now this will be the bottom right here where the circle is. So I'm really only concerned about, putting embellishments in this area right here. So let me see what else, what other little pieces that I have that might work. No, we don't want cheesecloth. Don't know. I'm wondering if I had another piece of this. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I think I do. I think I do. And this you can get at Creating with Details. And again, I coffee dyed this. I love coffee dye. Can you tell? So, at any rate, what I was thinking is perhaps just, going around here randomly, not necessarily in any kind of order, like maybe cutting these apart and just kind of going around something like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm just a thinking. Let's see. Let me see what some of these are wedding appliques that I cut off a wedding dress and tea dyed. Oh, that's awfully pretty, isn't it? So maybe, whoops. Let's see. I'm just looking through my other scraps here. There's scraps everywhere. Everywhere. Okay. Well, let's just play with what we have. Because we have more than enough. Okay. So, here's some more. Just little pieces that I could just kind of randomly glue throughout here. That's actually kind of pretty, but I would have to cut this off. Let's just see what that would look like. Let's just have a look. Just have a look-see. I didn't like that on there. So basically, I'm just cutting off the very edge of this. Never fear, it will be used. I promise it will be used. Okay, so let's just look at what we have now. Let's see what this looks like. No, that doesn't look good. No, it doesn't. Stop it, Robin. What I may have to do, let me just see here. Oops. What I was thinking is to cut these apart, maybe, and just, have one. I think that might work. So, I think I can just tuck that over. I'm going to go with this. I'm just going to go with it because I like the way that this is looking. And I'm just going to add a little dab of glue here and then right here so I can tuck that over. And then after I get all of this on here, I will cut that other trim from creating the details apart. And I thought, when I was thinking about making this, I thought, this little pouch, drawstring bag, whatever you want to call it, could have so many uses. You could, of course, use it as a decoration for Christmas, like for Santa's bag. And no, it is not traditional at all. But that's okay, because not everything has to be. I am, however, I'll give you a little secret, let you know a little secret. I am doing a very traditional, with the traditional colors project next, that I think you will like. Well, I hope you will. So, right now I'm concentrating on Shabby because we love love us some Shabby, don't we? Yes, we do. So just basically, and I did want to line this because my other idea for the use of this little bag was, you could use this as like a gift bag. Not only would they get the gift, but they would get the bag as well. And you could also, wouldn't have to necessarily only bring this out at Christmas, because only depending on how you embellish it further, wouldn't necessarily be a Christmas bag. You could put potpourri in it. What I want to try to do is I still cannot find my Christmas crafts. And I know that I have some of those sisal bottle brush trees in there, and I have some other things, but for the life of me, I cannot find them. I'll find them after I go out and get new. I know I will, because that's how it works, right? So at any rate, I thought it would be cute to put one of those bottle brush trees, easy for me to say, inside the bag, and I probably will put a little fiber fill in here just to give it that fullness, so that it looks like it's filled with toys, because it's Santa's bag. And maybe, you could put a little, a small doll or something of that nature that you could put in here. So, we'll have a play with that once I get to that point. Okay, I'm going to have to start tucking in the opposite direction here. Oops, missed one there. There we go. So I hope you guys are enjoying all of the Christmas in July projects. There's so many beautiful ones out there. I'm just in awe of you ladies and your talents. Seriously, just blown away. We have some very, very talented ladies out there. And I try, to find something that I found inspiring, to share with you guys. I think I shared one by Scrap and Happy XO this morning. It was on angel wings that she had made with some Tresor Deluxe. Oh, they're glorious. And those are the kind of things that I find inspiring. So I like to share those with you. Plus, I like to, give a shout out to all you talented ladies out there, because you guys rock it. You seriously do. I'm not just saying that. You honestly do. You guys inspire us too. You don't even know that you do, but you do. You inspire us in so many ways. Your kind words, your talents, your ideas, your suggestions. Um, it's just amazing. It is absolutely amazing. And I, for one, I know all of us do, I know all of us crafters sincerely appreciate each and every one of you and your support and your wonderful words of, you know, comments and support and love, and it's just wonderful. And I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, because it is so encouraging. You just never know when you go to do something, how it's going to be received, like the one that I did yesterday would not have been received well because I didn't receive it. I received it to the garbage can is what I did. Oh, that was just a serious nightmare. Haven't had that one happen in a while, where it was just total garbage. Total garbage. I'm not even playing. It was. It was just yucky. So, we went to Plan B. Did another one. And this is working out much more to my liking than the other one did. I don't know what was in my head when I was doing that, but it was like, Robin, what were you thinking? That's ugly. And it seriously was. It was so ugly, I wouldn't even show you a picture of it. I told Vanessa I would send her a picture of it because she didn't believe me that it was so ugly, but I was so bad. I wouldn't even send it to her because I was, no, not happening. So you're just going to have to take my word for it that that was yuck. It really was. It was yuck. So hopefully this one will turn out much better. And I'm just going to go through and do my little gluing and tucking. One of the things that I tried to do with that other Santa sack was I tried to use burlap and fabric by lining it. Oh my word. It was like way too thick. Way too thick up here. I couldn't even draw it together. Yeah, that was a failed attempt, big time. So, oops. We're not supposed to have you on there. How'd you sneak in there? See that? Tried to sneak in there and get on here. No. Yes, I talk to inanimate objects. I tell things to stay. They don't like these pearls. When you cut these apart, you got little pearl dangles that sometimes like to pop off. So sometimes I just let them pop off, and sometimes I'll try to glue them back on, but I'm not going through here and sewing them. That's not happening. God bless the people that do, though. Create these gorgeous appliques for us to tear apart and use on other things. What do you think they think about that? I often wonder that. I'll just cut that off later. I often wonder if the people who work so hard at these, what they think about when they see people like me, you know, hacking into a gorgeous wedding dress to put on, you know, other projects. I think that might make me a little bit mad if it was me, but hey, we buy used dresses. We don't take brand new ones, so it's all good, I think, isn't it? Hope so. Okay, so now you can see we have that. You see how it's sparkly? Sparkly, we like sparkly. Okay, now I think what I want to do, maybe, I'm not sure because I really like, is maybe take, you know what? Let's draw this up first and just have a look-see at what else we need to do. I think I'm going to put something around here, around the edge of the bag, but let's just see. Let's draw this up. And this is a tight fit. So this might take me a minute or six. Start with the other side. There we go. Oops. Would always be helpful if I grab the right one. And because because this was a doily, I was able to just cut a slit right here. Goes another pearl, and just kind of feed the ribbon through the doily because it's all open. The crochet is open enough that I was able to do that. So that worked out really well. And I have drawn this up before, so I know that it closes much better than the other one did. And all of these little ruffles right here hang down on the side of the bag. That's why I want to see, before I put anything else on here, any kind of other embellishments, I want to see. And you can see even at this point, I mean, I can close it up a little bit more, but not a whole lot. But that is open so that, oops, I wasn't even in frame. This is still open so that you can fill it with your Christmas items. So I don't think we really need to put anything else on here because with this part of the doily hanging over it, we don't really see it. But what I am going to do is find my fiber floss. Here it is. And I am going to put a little bit just in the very bottom. Oops. Just so that it stands up a little bit more. Just going to put it in here like so. Because you want to be able to see the bottom. Ooh, doggy, it's hot in here. I hope my fan in the background isn't too loud, but I would be a grease spot on the floor if I didn't have that on. So what I'm doing is kind of pushing this out to the sides and holding this. Just keep tugging to get it drawn back up so that this will stand up more. And it does need more. A little bit more. I don't want it to necessarily show on the top. I just want the bag to be a little fuller, like that. See? So let me pull this back up, and I'm going to put, I have a little, I couldn't find my trees, okay? So, my sisal trees. So what I did was, I attempted to make some, okay? Yeah, they're funky looking, but you know what? We'll just pretend. Let's just pretend that we've had these forever, and they're just a little worse for wear because we've had them forever. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. So I'm just gonna tuck one of these right in here, like so. I'm not gluing this down because I do want to replace this once I have. This one was just a well, maybe we can salvage it. Let's just see. Let me get my wire cutters out, and maybe what I'll do is just kind of add some pearls or something to this, just to make it look a little less funky, because it does look funky. It's a well-loved, ugly tree. Charlie Brown's tree, that's what it is. It's Charlie Brown's tree. There we go. We got a name for it now. So I'm just going to set that like this. And then I have some of these little Christmas. Yes, they're still here. I thought they were gone. Some of these little Christmas balls that we can tuck in here. Oops. Like so. I'm going to turn them upside down so that they're kind of shiny. But you guys get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. You could, you know, get some little miniatures. Like I said, you could use this for a gift bag. There's just a lot of things that you could do with this. And you could make this any size that you wanted to. I'm not putting that tree in there because I don't like it. I really, really don't like it. And I really don't like that one either. Let me grab my doll. I have a little doll that was my mama's that I think might fit in here perfectly. This would make an adorable place for her to live. So let's get rid of those Charlie Brown trees. This was my mama's doll, so I think this is a German doll. Let me see. I don't know if you can see any markings on it. On the neck. Oh, does she have a necklace on? Really? I didn't know that. I've never taken the clothes off of her. Oh, for heaven's sakes. She does. I just made a discovery. I've had this all this time and I never knew she had a little necklace on. For heaven's sakes. Let me just pull it out a little bit. See if there's something on here. Oh my word. See, if I hadn't thought of this, I probably would have never known it was there. It's just like a little chain. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I did not know that. Let me just make sure there's not like a little doodad or something on it. Looks like there may have been at one point when it came off. You can see how old she is. This was my mom's doll. So this is the real deal, guys. So let's just set her in the bag like so. We'll draw this up so it's a little tighter. Oh, I like her in there. In her arms. Let's just set her down in there a little bit more. Aww. That is too cute. Okay. Let me just tie this up because I gotta cut these. Oops, wait. I want to put the bells in there too. Now I could, if and I really wanted to. I'm just feeding this through here, like so. I don't want to, you know, because I may not leave these on here, so I'm just kind of doing this temporarily. Let me find another opening here. I can't believe that doll had a little chain on her all this time, and I never knew it. Jeez. So I'm just going to tie this in a loose knot and tuck it down inside the bag because, like I said, I may want to keep her. This be her little home. I'll turn her around here, guys, so you can see her. And I do want to cut these off. I made these a lot longer than I needed them, but you just never know. So I'm just going to tie that in a knot. And then I'm going to just cut these off. I'll save that for another project. So let me turn her around so you can see how cute she looks in this little Santa sack. Well, it's just kind of reminiscent of days gone by when, you know, they had these kind of toys and, you know, jingles. So that is basically all there is to it, ladies. It really is a, you know, oops, sorry, that bow came untied. It really is a simple project. You know, you could make these out of whatever fabric or materials you wanted to, burlap, but I would caution if you want to put the, maybe put the, your drawstring, whatever you're going to use, like through the fibers in the burlap maybe, so that you don't have the bulk. And you wouldn't have to line it. But there you have it. That's my little Santa sack with my beautiful little doll. And so anyway, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. And I hope that you'll give it a try. And as with everything, any ideas, suggestions, tips, hints, anything that you have, I would love to hear it because, like I said, I messed up that first one bad. Really, really bad. So, if you've enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And to those of you who have, thank you and God bless you. I sincerely am so appreciative of all of you and your wonderful, kind comments. So, until the next video, which is going to be very traditional, hint, hint, um, please be kind to one another. Lift each other up. Pray for everyone. Pray for our country. And God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.